every single time that they have me on their soundtrack and they trying to give me words to say and stuff like that, they not really Jesus Christ. But if they giving me all these words to say, they trying to cover something up. So by them covering this up, it's just only gonna make me say what's real. Now this Tracer building and this Tracer app that's on Livingston and Bryce Road in Columbus, Ohio, they taking people's life, their spiritual belief system, and everything that's owed to them, but it's really owed to me because they keep on doing the same thing. They'll take my stuff and try to do these little deals and act like they're not doing it. Or try to say, hey, brainwash me on one of these apps so I don't remember this right now, but bring it back and make like little satanic ass, demonic ass deals and stuff like that. And the people ain't supposed to be on their side. They're supposed to really want what they're supposed to get or what they deserve or the wages or whatever anybody can say about that. But by them continuously doing this fake little thing or this theme of all these curses that's getting put on people, either of my skin complexion or somebody else's skin complexion, wherever they work at or whatever. Everything that they add in, all the words they add in and stuff, is a direct godly lawsuit and a real lawsuit. So every single time that these things or this thing happen, the game that they playing, it gets um it gets they saying prorated, but they trying to throw something on top of prorated. It gets noticed by the court system and stuff like that. And then once it get noticed by the court system, if my words or my stature don't match up to the people that's inside of the building, they gotta make me look dumb like I'm snorting cocaine or something like that. This is one of the reasons why I think I had an addiction back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Because all these stipulations and all these little rule settings and all that other stuff that they put on this game, and by me going like this to the right side, they don't want me to go like this because they know that the left side is saying this is really true. But they're also trying to put a robot on me saying what's true. So they're still trying to control me in a certain type of way. And that's another lawsuit that I can put on them. Also, most people that's involved in this, they had to sign some type of paperwork or something saying that they can't say something, or the whistleblower acting all this other little dumb stuff, or they wishing for me to say something that is going to make me go off, or they want me to say something that somebody that just walked past me or something like that is saying on their mental, is saying that that's what angels get, or that's what dark angels get. It's not. These statements that's in the Bible, and this is where they want me to be, like this is where they want me to be talking about just this, you know what I'm saying? And it's corny as fuck because then they can label me a rapper and all that other stuff and cut and edit and do all that, but the person who just walked past me their thoughts is not supposed to be in my thought, you know what I'm saying? Everything that's DMX's is DMX's, so his words ain't supposed to be in my chest, you know. And the more you see how, and the more that right there is DMX saying it on my spirit or on my soul. And the only way that can happen is a soundtrack or something being involved. So this game must not really be a game, but they only don't make it a game when I turn this camera on. So they trying to put perverted stuff or perverted ways of thinking on my mind while I'm talking about this, so I can never get to what I'm supposed to say. And then they say something like, all right, well, say what you gotta say. Like they have to have a way of control so they can get control back. And they not getting the control back. So they only gonna say that in my head through that soundtrack for me to mess up what I'm saying too. So everything that I'm saying, I have to say it like I'm in court with God and in court here in Columbus, Ohio. And I got a riddle also, but they say that the riddle belongs to the white people and all this other stuff. But it really don't. The real people know where that riddle and who that riddle belongs to, and they saying that them people died in the Bible and all that stuff. But that's only what they really want. They don't really want nothing from us. Is what other people So by them going back to what other people said before is me having an agreement with what they said before, but it's not a verbal agreement. It's just going along with it, and that's what a lot of people be doing. They just go along with stuff. I don't go along with stuff. So the four Bibles, and this is what they want me to talk about now, but I'm not going to talk about that. The only thing I'm talking about is the tracking and the tracing and the erasing and the sitting there doing whatever you doing behind closed doors to not actually get a real lawsuit be made, manifested, because it need to happen. Because all this, and then that's another question they just asked me too in my head, but all these things that keep on taking place has been going on for a minute, but I don't care about that. What I care about is it stopping. So by it not stopping, and then I give them a whole bunch of little like parts that is either owed to me or where they're supposed to go back to, just to get my rewards out of exactly what I've been in, which is actually what they have to either give me, recompense me, issue me, or just give to me, just plain and simple. But they don't want to give that to me, so they still try to lock the life, you know what I'm saying, of me and other people in everything. You know, they try to shock me. They still asking me questions, but the questions is going to like get watered down and die down. I can just tell. And this is why they be trying to put me to sleep and all that stuff, which is dumb. They try to get it back on track with the normal thing that they normally do to people, but not it. Suppose not. Supposedly is the word that they want me to get tripped up on. So doing it not is not what they're supposed to do. And every single thing that they do involving this stupid ass game is doing a whole bunch of stuff to what everybody who's on the soundtrack or the people that actually said this or the people that is supposed to be relating to the other people that ain't supposed to be saying this. So this little cat and mouse game that Knox is playing with me and that they taking on the road and shit, you're not supposed to be playing it because I gave y'all multiple fucking chances to stop fucking playing. So when I start turning up, that's another fucking stipulation that y'all got too. Like he's being disorderly, he's doing this, he's doing that, he's a threat, he's blah 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 blah, and then they want me to talk in Mike DeWine voice, like I'm supposed to go to the media or something like that, but I'm not. Like y'all real hilarious, man. Everything that y'all do is about that tape, and then to take it back to what somebody is doing to make the person fuck up their own life. That's the only way y'all know how to do stuff, or have me do signs and wonders like I'm about to cut you off and all this other stuff. Like y'all can't make me scare myself by everybody that's actually not scared of you, by you trying to make everybody scared of their own self, by your own signs and wonders of your telltale shit that you're trying to put on me and put on camera. And that's the funniest part because speaking of a camera or Cameron, y'all wanted me to read the Bible to make my son be relatable to Kamayatin. That's funny. Cameron ain't a Kamayatin. Like seriously, at all. So my son wasn't a born identity at all. So every time they put shit on the inside of my body or an app gets played and they want to put fake ass shit in my body, they're not supposed to. So the tracking and tracing is supposed to be about that. The stuff that they're supposed to be tracking and tracing, not the wrong thing. And this is one of the reasons why the people that's making money is always heard in the background. I thought so, nigga. And this is another stipulation that they got for niggas, for black people, if you didn't know. And they got to be in front of us, meaning the white people, so they can issue a shock or a charge or something. So they're involving other people. And if I have to put this man on camera, of course he's not going to be here. All because of me saying this. So he already got a warning to leave. But the warning that he got It's supposed to be according to his DNA and according to his cell structure. So by y'all messing with that, y'all already is fucking up y'all chances of ever coming back to whatever y'all supposed to be coming back to. And I'm not talking about the white man. I'm talking about the people who was actually supposedly supposed to be on that application or the people that's involved with this. So when it comes to the truth and nothing but the truth, they can't do nothing but just wait for destruction for because of how long or how big of a lump sum or how big of the money or whatever they getting out of it is actually what. Because when you freeze me and freeze my thought, all you doing is seeing what you supposed to get. So y'all run and hide from that shit, which is a coward. I swear to God. And then you try to loop back all the times when I did drugs to make me think about all the wrong things that I did, or issue or say something that's a lie through me, or have me issue to a lie or something about some shit that you acknowledged me doing when you never was there. So you start to hear music, and you start to see dance moves and people moving back and forth and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like not ever being truthful about nothing. So then everything ends up fake. It's fuck. But meanwhile, it's in the fake as fuck. They got shit that's happening in nigga in matter that's hooking to my body. So now that y'all doing this, now it's definitely a lawsuit. But I didn't talk other people into it that's around me and that's black. So now it's gonna be a beef, and that's another stipulation that they be having. And then they try to track or have me track how good I'm doing, but that has never been involved in my mindset. So what's going on is not a growth system. It's only a pullback and pushback system unless you get it or attack it in the beginning. And then they want me to still use the words of somebody else that already was high or higher up. And then they would want me to say from the beginning, but that's the only correlation that me and this person probably have. So if that's the only correlation, or if he got something of mine and I got something of his, it's supposed to be some type of trade or whatever you may say. But at the same time, every time you put me out there and every time you put them people like him out there, y'all will never get back the same people. And I think that's what they're really mad about. So then it goes back to the government, then it goes back to all these things, scream, shout, and then it goes back to a whole bunch of other things that I said back then. And this is how you know that this growth system is never going to grow. So if this is what's supposed to really happen or whatever, it's really time for that lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's almost like they really want problems or they really want smoke. And the funniest thing about the smoke or the problems that they really want, they want to do that to the person that's actually talking about it. So they want me to say smoke or problems. Like these are things that they want me to always agree to by saying it. So if I'm saying it, that's not an agreement. That's just me saying it. How can my mind not be attached to what I'm saying? So that's not an agreement. So y'all can throw in any fucking agreement that y'all want. So meanwhile, y'all throwing in these agreements, if it's not attached to my head, it's not